your referee, Bruce Gray, introducing first.
So much knowledge at first.
Here's the challenger from the United Nations in New York City, representing foreign intelligence, his high IQ, Quinten Lee. And his opponent. From Sydney, Australia, he is the reigning HWA Television Champion, the Road Train, Rob Matrix!
Rob Matrix here this week on Domination with his first ever HWA TV title defense, and the man he's going up against, no stranger to the TV title. In fact, he and Tak hold the record for most reigns as TV champion. 3 title reigns for Quinten Lee. Could go for the record-breaking number 4 here this week on Domination.
But he's got a Road Train standing in his way, and Rob Matrix, this guy just won that title, not going to be too anxious to give it up, I'm sure.
And hopefully for Rob Matrix, he's sobered up from that big shot match number 2 last weekend from the Blue Note. And we want to thank all the fans who came out to the Blue Note and supported the HWA. Of course, we've got big shows coming up that you could be a part of, and we've been talking about it throughout the evening, including Saturday night, July the 2nd, right here at the HWA Arena, where we are going to see Icon versus Icon when Matt Stryker battles Cody Hawk, their first one-on-one encounter since Stryker turned his back on Cody last December. And of course also the artist formerly known as Jamie Noble, James Gibson himself, will take on Rory Fox. And we also talked about earlier our return to the Montgomery County Fairgrounds on Friday night, July the 15th in Dayton.
No doubt, a lot going on here in the HWA. Now Quinten Lee to the ropes.
And as you mentioned earlier, Chris, if Quinten Lee victorious here tonight, it'll be the record breaker, his 4th reign as HWA Television Title Champion. If anyone can do it, you have to think Quinten Lee can.
Well, he's definitely proven he can do it before. Now a side headlock applied to Rob Matrix. Of course, it was just 2 weeks ago, Matrix and Tak battled out to a 20-minute time limit draw. Looked like last week we were going to have more of the same, but with just a minute to spare, Matrix able to defeat Tak and become the new champion. And this, of course, as I said at the top of the match, his first title defense. And now Matrix goes from being the hunter to the hunted.
You fans watching us at home, if you enjoy what you see here on television each and every Tuesday night, right here at the HWA Arena, only $3 to get in for our TV tapings. That's 10,800 Reading Road in Evendale, Ohio. For more information, go to hwaonline.com or call the hotline at 588-8405. See everything we show you on television, plus a whole lot more. There's nothing like live HWA action.
Rob Matrix in the ring right now. Bruce Gray making him step back, letting Quinten Lee back into the ring. You have to think Robbie Matrix might have chosen a different opponent for his first title defense if he had that opportunity, but unfortunately for him, he's got Quinten Lee.
And I don't think Quinten Lee's ever exactly felt comfortable without that belt around his waist, to tell you the truth.
Well, Quinten Lee, a very powerful figure here within the HWA, obviously pulled some strings, got himself into this title bout. Now it's time to put up or shut up for the smartest man in the HWA.
Quinten Lee up to his feet, sends Matrix into the rope. No! Matrix grabbing what hair's left up there and put the brakes on that.
Matrix now to the ropes. Puts the brakes on once again.
Quinten Lee.
Oh.
We normally don't see him in the red outfit. I wonder, getting ready for the holiday season in summer?
More investigating on your plate, Mr. Eastwood. You got a lot to do after the show tonight, which would be a change.
If anyone can win the TV title, it's Quinten Lee. If anyone can get the answers the fans are looking for, it's Isaac Eastwood.
And Matrix, 2 count for Matrix. Goes right back to that side headlock.
And Matrix off of the second rope.
Well, Matrix, a death grip on this with his side headlock, not letting go no matter what.
And of course, we saw the altercation between Bruce Gray and Super Zeta tonight. Bruce Gray coming out of retirement again next week at Domination. Quinten Lee questioning Bruce Gray's calls here right now in this match. Bruce Gray, not the most popular referee tonight here in the HWA.
Well, in the realm of bad ideas, Bruce Gray becoming a wrestler again is the king of bad ideas. I don't know what he's thinking doing that. Hopefully he can stay focused at the match at hand. HWA Television title on the line.
Look, you're seeing the light hooks. I can't believe I actually agree with you. Terrible idea to see Bruce Gray put the tights on.
Planets must be in some sort of weird alignment for that to happen.
Possibly the queerest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Anyhow. Oh, and there's a slap right to the back of the head by Quinten Lee.
And Matrix taking exception to that.
Well, Quinten Lee now running his mouth to Rob, reminding him we are in the United States. Robbie Matrix, a native of Australia.
Oh, drop kick right to the chest.
By. 25 minutes remain.
Quinten Lee sent in. Matrix back elbow, and once again Quinten Lee going to the sidelines, if you will, taking a timeout.
Quinten Lee to the outside.
Quinten Lee, a very smart man, gets outside, catches his breath. Robbie Matrix, I'm not sure why he's not capitalizing. If he wants to hold on to that television belt, needs to get a little more aggressive here in the HWA.
Rob Matrix knows the time limit is working in his favor. While Quinten Lee's out there wasting time, that clock is ticking away. And Matrix knows full well what happens when that 20 minutes expires. He found that out 2 weeks ago when he took on then defending champion Tack.
I gotta think Quinten Lee thought that the few seconds he needed to catch his breath was worth more than the 20-minute time clock. Quinten Lee now has Matrix right where he wants him.
We will find out if that was a calculated risk or not. Oh, cross body by Matrix, goes for the cover, only gets 2. Matrix right back up, but right back down with that clothesline from high IQ Quinten Lee.
Quinten Lee took the breather, got into the ring first, now on the offensive, stomps the finger of the new television champion.
And now,
Uh-oh. The fingers of Rob Matrix could be broken or sprained. A very painful hold.
Quinten Lee definitely showing his sadistic side as he snap-mares Rob Matrix over.
Well, normally Matrix would have been able to stop Quinten Lee, but with the fingers being stomped on, Lee able to easily pull the arm up with a stiff shot to the midsection of Robbie.
And look at Quinten Lee as he just plants that knee into the spinal column of Rob Matrix. And the crowd trying to get behind Rob. Matrix back up to his feet, buries some elbows into the breadbasket, but still not enough to get back into this thing. Quinten Lee got to feel pretty confident right about now as he just hangs Matrix over that top rope, and Matrix falls straight back onto the floor.
And now Quinten Lee doing what Rob Matrix should have done earlier, a television champion or not. It's too early in this match to worry about time. Quinten Lee stays on the aggressive, slams Matrix into that steel post.
Yeah, shoulder first into the steel post.
Although I'm sure it doesn't feel like it right now for Rob Matrix.
Oh,
this match being on the
again.
outside is working to his advantage because, as we've said, it's burning up a lot of time.
Now he drove that shoulder into the support beam here at the HWA Arena. And now, like a shark who smells the blood, Quinten Lee right in there and continues to work on what has got to be an injured shoulder right now. Now there's that arm back in the hammerlock position, then slams him right on top of it. Further damage to that arm and shoulder.
Now just stretching out that arm with an arm bar.
And this is, it's times like this, it's hard to argue Quinten Lee's claim that he is the smartest man in the company, because this is a sound strategy by Lee.
You just figured that out, Chris? I mean, the man's proven it time and time again. He is the smartest man in the HWA. Right now, of course, he's showing it.
Matrix back in this one. The crowd behind him. Oh. And Quinten Lee instantly just popped the balloon, deflated the hopes. Matrix and the fans who were supporting him.
Quinten Lee using those ropes to his advantage. Kind of like a tag team partner out there for him, those ropes. Stretching out the arm of Rob Matrix. Adding further injury.
Well, Allah Hussein was successful. Oh, my goodness, a devastating chop. Allah Hussein successful against Lotus earlier here tonight. Quinten Lee looking pretty good against Matrix. Foreign Intelligence on top of their game.
Oh, Matrix took just 1 second too long, and Quinten Lee was able to catch him.
Uh-oh, look at this.
Driving Matrix into the mat, goes for the cover.
20 minutes remaining.
A kick out once again by Matrix.
And we now heard we have 10 minutes left in this match. If Quinten Lee doesn't get a pin, Rob Matrix will, of course, keep that TV title.
And Rob Matrix with a snap suplex there to high IQ Quinten Lee. Matrix gets on top of Quinten Lee, but not enough to put high IQ away.
Still plenty of time here for Quinten Lee, but in a few minutes he's going to have to start paying attention to that clock. Abdominal stretch now. Applied by the three-time television champion, high IQ Quinten Lee.
And now Quinten Lee digging that elbow into the ribs to add to the pain, but Matrix, oh, dropped an elbow, but nobody was home. Quinten Lee a step or two ahead of Matrix. Now, will this do it? No, only two.
Look at the frustration on Quinten Lee. Cannot believe he cannot put Matrix away.
Quinten realizing he was 1 second away from his fourth television title reign. There just kicks the face of Rob Matrix.
Mike, you pointed out the frustration, and you can see it now as Quinten Lee bending those rules. But Matrix hits Lee with a clothesline in the corner. Now the southpaw, with a few punches, a double chop. Back body drop. And looked like Matrix was trying to take Quinten right out of the ring. Didn't work out, so he just goes for an inside cradle.
Only gets two. Oh, look out!
That time he got him out, and oh, wait a minute, guys. Allah Hussein out
come
here
on.
hooks the ankle.
And Bruce Gray again distracted.
Uh-oh.
And we've got Lotus and Crazy J at ringside. Lotus and Crazy J now stomping the tar out of Allah Hussein. Quinten Lee drives Matrix face first into the canvas, has the title won if Bruce Gray would turn around.
Well, I think Quinten Lee can chalk this up to the fact that his partner came out here at all. Had Allah Hussein not come out, none of this would be going on.
That elbow pad, that is...
He just switched.
Oh,
Lee didn't need to get anything. He already had the title won once.
He just loaded that elbow pad with some sort of foreign object. I don't know what he's got in there.
We have seen this time and time again. And went for the clothesline, but Matrix counters, going for a backslide. Oh, and look at that elbow. And mind you, that is a loaded elbow.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
he kicked
Wait a minute,
out.
look over here. Crazy J has gone underneath the ring.
Wait a
He's
minute.
over here right in front of us.
he just grabbed the TV title off.